now with more blue. This is Transformers Legacy United Cybertron Universe Hotshot. Released in 2024, this figure represents the turbo-revving young punk of the Unicron trilogy as he appeared in the final series of that line. And man, oh man, does he look good. The original toy from back in the 2000s was already a favorite of mine, so I do have some expectations coming into this, and I think he meets or exceeds them. Visual-wise, they have taken the original toy, which already looked fairly screen accurate, and slimmed down the proportions. This makes him look almost exactly like his animation model. And they do all this while keeping him an amazingly well-articulated figure. All the joints you've come to expect from a modern mainline figure are present and accounted for. He even has wrist swivels, which I know some of you will be very happy to hear about. Now, there are some details that are missing. The large molded Autobot logo on his shoulder is gone, replaced with a tiny tampograph. I'm not totally sure why they would remove this detail, except for maybe making it easier to repaint into a Decepticon, but it still feels weird. The spring-loaded wings have also been changed. I can understand removing the Cyberplanet key gimmick, but I do not understand why they are now red instead of yellow. We also can see what some might consider a downgrade in his accessories. His cyber key has been reduced in size greatly and is no longer painted. It looks pretty sad compared to the original, but at least it's included. His weapon is also now a static blaster. It doesn't look bad, mind you, but I do miss the firing projectile. Spring-loaded missiles are a lost art. Hey, what is that? Before we move on to transformation, let's look at how he compares to the original in bot mode. It's no surprise that the newer figure is smaller, but that being said, I would hesitate to call him a downgrade. His proportions look a little bit better, and he still maintains a decent use of paint. The main thing that the new one lacks is, again, the yellow spoiler wings. Transformation is very similar to the original, just with some modern engineering twists. The big one being switching out the sliding legs with Combiner Wars style ones. Everything else is pretty close to the original, though the backpack has a few tricks to give it better placement in both modes. Speaking of, the end result is a blue super sports car, just like the original. Supposedly based on the Chrysler ME412, this thing looks fast. It is a very sleek and stylish vehicle in my opinion. The paint in this mode looks amazing, and the way the transformation is done actually hides a lot of the robot mode underneath. In particular, you don't have the head staring out from you under the undercarriage. The spoiler wings can rotate if you want, and you can also remove the cyber key and the blaster, though I don't feel it's as necessary with this guy. These accessories feel very tucked in, so it doesn't hurt the silhouette as much as it does on other figures of this line. But it is nice that you can, and hey, more 5mm ports. Again, compared to the original, he's on the small side, but also again, I don't think he's missing out on the paint and details. He's lost the Autobot logo on the hood, but I don't even think that's animation accurate. Overall, both of these toys, new and old, are freaking amazing and come highly recommended by me. This one just comes from a modern line and has modern engineering. I certainly don't regret getting him while I already had the original. Makes me wonder if we'll see his Energon form somewhere down the line. Anyway, he's awesome, chase him down if you can. Now, what is up with that poster?